Yes, guys. Big up to everyone. Welcome in on the sizzling hot Monday afternoon. And I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about the weather. Yeah, it is scorching out there, but big up to everyone watching me today. I do appreciate it. Yeah, we are talking about Real Sociedad pretty much doing everything in their absolute absolutely they can to keep Zubimendi at their football club. They're keeping him locked up. So I've got to appreciate Real Sociedad for doing what they're doing. I can only, uh, tip my hat off to them. They're trying to do everything they can. They're showing him mountains. They're showing him food. They're showing him the lovely women. They're doing everything they can to keep him from going to Liverpool. We're going to talk about that. Virgil van Dijk says he's not signed a contract yet. Get a chat about that. Bobby Clark looks like he could be going to Leipzig for around 10 million quid. Do a bit of business at Liverpool there. Doak looks like he's off as well. So plenty to talk about on this sizzling hot day. Is that your chin? Yeah, I have shaved. Yeah, I have. I I have had a I've had a shave. Yeah. Yeah, I've did. Oh man, it's too hot. I did it yesterday. It was too hot. Too hot. I had to trim it off, man. I had to trim it off. I don't like it. I'm going to tell you right now. I should put a thing in the poll. Jamie with a beard or Jamie without a beard. That's what the poll. Let me know. Jamie with a beard or Jamie without a beard. Should I keep the fresh look, or should I just? What should I do? Should I have a beard or should I have a fresh look? Let me know in the chat because I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. I don't know if I like it or not. Beard or no beard? How should I go? Fresh look or hairy face? Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that. Might be the biggest thing we talk about today. Beard. Everyone's saying, Jamie, cover that mush. Cover that mush. Alias is about the beard. Promo beard in, man. Beard gets itchy. It does, especially in the summer, man. Yeah, I look younger as well, which I don't like particularly, but yeah. I'm not a big. I've got a round face as well. I've got a fat face, so I don't really. That's why I don't. That's why I grow the beard. It gives me at least it gives me angles. Do you know what I mean? Be a Football Content Factory. Been a while, man. Guys, go and subscribe to Football Content Factory if you've not done so already. Great guy. Go and check him out. Yeah. 10 years younger. Yeah, that's what the wife said. Get the goatee back, yeah. Looks similar to a comedian. I forgot his name. Please be a good comedian. Don't be a shit comedian, promo. Please. Afternoon, my friend. Afternoon. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. Don't forget, hit that like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff as well. And mods in the chat, make sure you're telling people to smash that like mods. Let's get them likes up. We've got 154 people in here already, only 5 minutes in. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Let's get to 100 likes as quick as we can. The moderators in the chat will be demanding your payment in rent on the way in. So the moderators will be demanding payment in rent on the way in, and that payment is a like. So the moderators will be asking for you to like that, hit that like button on the way in today. Big up to everyone in the chat. A very famous one up north. Do not say Peter Kay. I love Peter Kay. He's my favourite. I went to see him the other week, but yeah. Jamie looking fresh. Oh, I'm gonna have to grow it back. Oh, it grows back quite quickly as well if I don't shave for a couple of. John, fuck off, promo. Right, that's it. We're gonna have to. No, I know I've got a fat face, but it's not that bad, promo. Jesus Christ. Right, yeah. Right, I might have to ban promo for life, you know. I might have to ban my man promo. Oh, Connor, don't you start. Right, like, don't shame me, Vegas, you know. A slimmer version. A slimmer version. I get it. I love you guys. You guys are great. Look at that. That's what I love about the chat. The chat comes in, we crack jokes, we have a laugh. That's what I love about it around here. Big up Redbird, been a member for 17 months. Big up Redbird. Zuby, a conspiracy theory. Is Zuby a conspiracy theory? We'll chat about it. Bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. Your face is bigger than that. That's a bit harsh. I hear you, though. I hear you. Zuby's a mummy's boy and can't leave his hometown. You look like Glenn Oddle without the beard, Jamie. Big up Ravi. You know, I've always loved Ravi. You know, Ravi's a great guy. You know, I've always loved Ravi. Jamie, beard or no beard, vote required. Shall I put that in? I'll put that in the right. Okay, all right. You're making me do it, ain't you? You're making me do it. All right, hang on. Let me close that. Let's just end that. Right. Let's do it. Let's do it. And okay. You want me to do it? Here we go. Yeah, should I be clean shaven? Yes or no? There you go. In the chat, hit the polls. Yeah, Craig in the chat, you're doing well. Just more proof of the boys and gadgets who many are 1,000% sure about it. Big up Cans. Big up Sanday in the chat, my man. Hope you're doing well. Jamie, you look pumped for the new season. I like it. Yeah, I'm excited for the new season. I can't lie. I've got a meeting again tonight. Shave the hair too. Go full on slot. No, there's limits to what I can do, man. There's limits to what I can do. You look like, yeah, I don't like looking younger though. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not my cup of tea. No, keep the Stipe look, Jay. Keep the Stipe look. Doesn't help that I've got my hair like this as well, does it? Oh, it's mad. You guys are absolutely loud. Like, we're almost 10 minutes in. We haven't spoke about football yet. Joyce bomb just dropped. Did it? Let me have a look, Connor. Let me have a look. Let's have a look here. Did a Joycey bomb just drop from the ceiling? Let's have a look. It says Zubimendi. It just says Liverpool Zubimendi latest. There's anything? Real Madrid have cranked up the pressure on Liverpool's target Martin Zubimendi by telling him he must trigger his own 51 million release clause from his boyhood club. What? What? Real Sociedad have cranked up the pressure on Liverpool's target Martin Zubimendi by telling him he must trigger his own £51 million release clause. Oh, that's a bit nasty, ain't it? Yeah, Real Sociedad are playing hardball here. Like, all Sociedad are doing are making Zubimendi want to leave, if you ask me. In the next few hours, several files should be closed at Sociedad, especially in the department sections with the likes of Mikel Merino and Martin Zubimendi subject to interest. So Martin Zubimendi is carrying out his last days as the Real with the 25-year-old recording his goodbye speech. Yeah, bollocks. Be like Grizz Khan as well. He says still expect Zubimendi to join. But if it doesn't, Liverpool will bring in a midfielder, I believe. So do I. Interesting. If you're asking me, if Real Sociedad are making things a lot harder, if you're asking me, Real Sociedad look like they're pissing him off more than anything else, really. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Gory. That's what happens in Spain. The bidding club gives the player through the league to terminate his contract. Yeah, because you got, if I'm right, Gory, I believe all release clauses in Spain are dealt with the league, ain't they? Not the actual club. They're dealt with the league. Yeah, I just read it, Tan. Just read the Joyce bomb. Bookies open odds on Jamie. No beard 2-1. Grow beard 6. 6-4. 6-4, you know. Should I put a tenner on myself? James, should I put a tenner on myself? Or that'd be a bit too much Ivan Toney-ish if I put a tenner on myself? Should I go there? Should I put a tenner on myself? Check Zubimendi's removed his old club from his Instagram. Yeah, so there was rumours that, you know, he apparently got rid of the Real Sociedad name in his Instagram. I don't know if that's true. Big old glory. I thought it was, man. Rabiot. Rabiot's a weird one. I'm not against Rabiot, guys. I just think it's a bit... Look, I'm not against Rabiot as a signing. I just think if you're going from Zubimendi to Rabiot as your plan B, it's a bit weird. I would literally go for both. Why not just get Zubimendi and Rabiot? Get Rabiot in as the free transfer, as a backup central midfielder in that area, just to put a bit more quality in the depth in that area of the pitch, and get Zubimendi in as well. Why don't we just get both? Get Zubimendi, get Rabiot. Got two midfielders in there. Keep Endo. Let some of the youth go out on loan. You bolster your squad. Yeah, let's do that, man. Do that. That's why don't we just do that? Jamie, you can't shave again until Zubi signs. Might never shave again in my life. Then Gory. He wants to leave, but and I'm doing everything in their power to make him stay. I don't know where my camera went there. So knows where my camera just went there. What has happened there? What is going on with the internet? Nick. What the hell's going on here? Hello, can anyone hear me? Where's the internet gone? I have to put Wi-Fi on. He talks about bringing the boys to Pleasure Island. Guys, can you hear me? Am I back? Let me know if I'm back. Let me know. I have no idea what's going on there. I have no idea what's going on. My actual internet just completely cut off. My whole computer went. I don't know if it's the heating. Wow, everything just literally disappeared off the face of the earth. I've lost 100 viewers in the meantime. Hopefully everyone comes back soon. But yeah, we are back up and running. Fudge knows what just happened there. Everything went off, and I mean everything. What the hell was that about? I have no idea what that was about. Everything went off. Is it all good? Connor says it's dodgy. Let me know if it's good, guys, because I've lost everything. YouTube crashed. What the hell is going on around here? Literally everything. YouTube just went down. Everything went down. Woo! Are we back? Are we back? I think we're back. Bloody Nora. Big up DJ Brains to the super. It says if we can't get Zubimendi, go and get Ugarte or Rabiot. Yeah, it's fine now. Big up. Yeah, all back. Yes, we're good. Everyone come back to the stream. Don't run away. Come back. We're back. We're firing again. Fuck me. I don't know what happened there. I have no idea what happened there. But big up, everyone. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'd have put 50 meter and the 50p back in the meter. Do you remember the old 50p's in the meter? You drop the 50p in and crank the wheel. and your electric came back on back in the day. Does anyone remember that? Yeah, I lived in them times. No, I don't know what happened. Everything went off. What's this? FSG out says here. Liverpool believes Zubimendi was convinced his future lay on Merseyside, says Paul Joyce. Believed. That's the word there. They're saying they believed Zubimendi was convinced. It's not Liverpool believed Zubimendi is convinced. It's there. Believed and was are the two important words in that sentence right there. Liverpool believed Zubimendi was convinced on his future lay in Merseyside. Now, that's an interesting one. Them wording, the way it's worded, I don't know. The way it's worded is a bit worrying, maybe. It's a bit worrying. What else is here? Paul Joyce. Clearly, there are ways in which the deposing of the clause with La Liga can be managed, but the prospect of Zubimendi having to force his way out of the club places him under greater stress. Yeah, Sociedad are doing everything in their power, guys. Again, Paul Joyce has said here, clearly there are ways in which depositing of the clause with the La Liga can be managed, but the prospect of Zubimendi having to force his way out of the club places him under greater stress. Sociedad have told Zubimendi he must pay the release clause, which requires 60 million. So basically, he's got to tell Sociedad that he wants out of there. Which requires a 60 million himself at the Liga offices in Madrid, says Paul Joyce. It's a normal process. I know that's a normal process that Spanish teams go through, by the way. This is a completely normal process. It's just the wording makes it sound sinister, but it really isn't. The wording makes it sound sinister, but literally it's the way La Liga works. So if that's the way La Liga works, maybe he's on his way. Maybe he is on his way. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, exactly. That's basically sort of what it is. Yeah. It's the way they do it in Spain, because you've got to remember every player, I believe every player in Spain does have a release clause. It's just the way they work. But not every player leaves under people paying out release clauses. They have to sort of like, it's not so in this country, say we want a player from West Ham, we go to West Ham to talk about getting that player. Mendy, the club can actually talk to the player, and the transfer fee is spoken with the league, not the actual person. Not the actual person. The club. It's a weird one. It is a weird one. Oh, what is going on with my internet today? I don't know what's going on with the internet, guys. Oh, this is doing my tits in. This isn't good look for Rail. Sociedad embarrassing if them and such businesses mess around this week. Yeah. I'm confused. Is it a release clause or a buyout clause? A release clause. But every team has a release clause. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on. I think it's the heat. I have no idea what's going on. None. Everything's been fine all day. I turned on my computer. My computer was quite hot when I started. It's getting ridiculous. I don't know what's going on. Right, let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. What the hell is going on around here? What the bubble's going on? Hopefully that should be a bit better. Yeah, the heat wave is causing madness here. Absolute madness. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. My Wi-Fi is... I just don't know what's going on. They have a plan B. Every player has a release clause in Spain. That's what's done to protect the smaller teams from Real and Barcelona. Exactly. Big up, Centino. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi. I'm hoping it comes back in a minute. This overheating is mad. I've got my fan. Right, let me put my fan on full blast in my computer. Hopefully that can cool it down a little bit. As long as you can hear me, we'll carry on, and hopefully the picture quality picks itself up in a minute. I've turned my fan on my computer on full blast. It's the only thing I could think of doing. Yeah, hopefully it'll come back in a minute, guys. I'm trying my best here. I literally have no idea. I don't even have Wi-Fi. I've got an Ethernet cable in the back of my computer. I've got an Ethernet cable in the back of my computer. I'm not even using the Wi-Fi. I've got a cable in the back of my computer, so it must be the heat, man. So we'll go with the sound at the moment, and hopefully things will come back on, should we say, in a minute. But we can only keep our fingers crossed. Ed Mancunian says YouTube's having issues today. Yeah, if you can hear me, it's too hot. Where I am at the moment, my thermometer in my garden says it's 100 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's 100 Fahrenheit where I am in my garden right now. Your connection is fine, says Donnie. Is my connection fine? You know, let me have a look at my phone. If the connection's fine, we'll just carry on. We'll just carry on. Let me check my phone. Oh, it's not even coming up on my phone. Oh, what? All right. Here we go. All right. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's just a bit too. It's like in 120p at the moment. We're trying to make sure, guys, big up to everyone. Don't know what's going on the internet, but we're hoping it comes back soon, and we don't look like we're in 120p. We're hoping it all comes back soon, guys. But big up to everyone here. Do appreciate it. I don't know if it's actually. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's an 8-bit graphic central here. 8-bit graphic central. If this carries on, I might have to stop it and start again at another time, because this is absolutely mad. Like, it's not getting better, guys. It's not getting better. Literally, I mean, it's just not working. Like, nothing here. Absolutely balmy. Yeah, the audio's fine. I know the audio's all right, but I have no idea what's going on with everything else right now. This is fucking shit. My Wi-Fi is telling me everything's fine. Right. Don't make sense. Yeah, audio, carry on. All right, the audio is good. All right, let's carry on then. Let's carry on about this Zubimendi shit. Yeah, so they do that business in Spain just so, like Centino said, that it just protects players in Barcelona and Real Madrid, and it protects them teams as well. But Liverpool believe Zubimendi was convinced of his future at Anfield, says Paul Joyce, which believed and is a bit of a worry. Let's just get this done. I'm just getting a bit sick and tired of it all now. I know it hasn't been that long, but Liverpool need a defensive midfielder, and we can't hang about. We literally can't hang about. We can't sit here forever without a defensive midfielder, that is for sure. And as I said, Real Sociedad have cranked the pressure on Liverpool to target Martin Zubimendi by telling him must trigger his own 51. So that is, we know what they do. That is the way it works in Spain. So we're just waiting for more information, guys. Not a lot more to say at the moment. Sociedad have tried everything in their power. You know, we know they've tried everything in their power to keep Zubimendi at the club. It's just, I just don't. I don't know. I have no idea. What I might do I might just do that for a minute, guys, while there's no video. Just go audio only. We'll go audio only for a second till the video comes back. Till the video quality comes back and the internet gets a little better on this side of things for me. I will go video. I'll go audio only. I'll go audio only because my Wi-Fi in this heat is doing an absolute madness. Sean blames the clean shave. You know, nothing happened to a clean shave, Sean. You might be right, man. You know, you might be right. Can everyone hear me okay, though, yeah? Can you all hear me okay? As long as you can hear me okay, we're all good to go. We're good to rock and roll. As long as you can all hear me. Yeah, man, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's the heat at the moment. So I've put my fan on full blast inside my computer to make sure it tries to cool it down a little bit. It might help the Wi-Fi a little bit. Nothing in this country can handle the heat. My computer is suffering. I mean, I've got internet. The kids are all watching the internet. And the wife is streaming downstairs. Everything's fine. Just because my computer's too bloody hot. Ashing's Trent is off. Is he off? Don't know. So no. Look, we keep it on this at the moment. Yeah, it is what it is. We're doing what we can do. I big up everyone hitting the like button, by the way. I didn't notice that. 131 likes already. Big up to everyone in the house. Thank you very much. Yeah, he's gone. Ashton, he's gone. He's gone. The only difference within Sociedad Part 2, like, yeah, that's the reason Liverpool haven't released a clause yet, because there's no point releasing Zubimendi's clause, going to the league and going, right, here's £51 million for Zubimendi, which they can do at any time. But if Zubimendi don't actually want to join Liverpool, there's actually no point putting the money up. You know, if he doesn't want to leave, yeah, if they don't want to leave, then it's very, very difficult to get that player to join. So, yeah, hang on. Hang on 1 second. As soon as I put the video on, the internet drops again. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, look, as soon as I put the video on, the internet drops. As soon as I take the video, my camera off, the internet goes up a little bit again. It's definitely the heat. Definitely the heat. So everyone who's just coming here, I do apologise. I'm having some internet issues right now. I think it's to do with my computer actually being too hot right now, so I'm trying to cool it down. So we are going audio only. I do apologise, guys. We are going audio only. So at this moment, you can't see my clean, fresh, shaven face. So I do apologise. But yeah, we're going audio only right now. Guys, don't forget to hit that like and share. We won't always be audio only, obviously. We'll be back to normal streaming as soon as the internet sorts its shit out. Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk has pretty much just said that he hasn't had any new contract offer just yet, which is a bit of a strange one to me. Why has Virgil not had a contract? I don't know. This goes all the way back to last year. This shouldn't have happened. Whoever let this happen is a joke. It shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mo Salah should not be on 12 months left of their contract. It's absolutely awful what's happened here. I don't get why it's happened. And it goes back to last year or the year before. The people that are running the club, whoever was in charge, you know, our sporting director last year, why didn't he give Virgil a new contract? Our sporting director last year, he came in. Yeah, we had a good midfield transfer window. We got players in. But while he was sporting director, why didn't he sort out Virgil's contract? Why didn't he sort out Trent's contract? Why didn't he sort out Salah's contract? He was the sporting director of the football club, was Big George. Big George smacked. So why didn't he do their contracts? Why has he left it? Why was it left? Why was it left? You know, the new people come in. So our new sporting director, Richard Hughes, comes to the football club, starts working in June, and he comes to the football club, and his 3 best players have got 1 year left on his deal. And we got to sign players, and we got to sell players. You know, it's madness. Absolute madness what Liverpool Football Club have done. I can't put any blame on Richard Hughes or anyone like that for them guys being 1 year down on their contract. They were 1 year down on their contract before Richard Hughes and that arrived. So I can only go and blame the people that were in charge last year, and that was George Smacked. Why did he let it happen? Why did he let it happen, guys? It makes no sense to me at all. I think it's a disgrace. I think it's terrible. We've got a potential of losing our 3 best players with no cover really in them positions. Yeah, Conor Braddock can cover Trent, but he's not Trent Alexander-Arnold, is he, at the end of the day? You know, Trent's a different beast entirely. Yeah. You know, Mo Salah, it's just madness to me. Absolute madness. And now we've got to try and get these guys to sign new deals. But Richard Hughes comes to a football club where Jurgen Klopp is not there at the club any longer. Now, we could have got Trent and all that signed up before Jurgen Klopp said he was leaving. We could have. If we're doing our business properly, Trent, Virgil and Mo should have had contract talks and contract renewals 2 years ago. Not even last year, the year before that. You know, and now we've got a particular incident where our 3 top players have got 10 months left on their deal. We've got a brand new manager. They're probably a bit concerned how the club is going to go. We haven't bought anyone in the transfer market yet. And they're a bit like, mate, why would I sign for this club? It makes no sense for me. So Liverpool have got a lot to do, in my opinion, a lot to do. And if Liverpool can get Zubimendi in, if Zubimendi does happen, it's a great first transfer for Arne Slot. It all shows intent from a Liverpool point of view, where Virgil, Trent and Mo might be looking at them thinking, well, this is the calibre of player we're looking to sign more often. Let's go and get this player in. Let's go and get this player in. This is the player we're looking to sign more often. Let's go and get this kind of player in. And that's probably what they're looking at right now. You know, get a player in of this caliber. Yeah. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you very much. Hit the like button and share button. I appreciate 230 odd people in the house when I've got no camera. I'm bugging again. Can you believe this? What is going on? Right. I don't know what's going on, guys. I do apologise. Where's the money, John? Isn't there Zubia issue now more of the club making things difficult instead of Liverpool dragging it out? Yeah, it is. Liverpool aren't dragging it out. Liverpool want Zubimendi. They feel he's the right person for the job. They feel like Arne Slot wants Zubimendi. So if Arne Slot wants Zubimendi, then they're trying to get the player the manager wants. You know, they're trying to get the player the manager wants, but it seems to be extremely difficult right now for them to get the player the manager wants. John's taking the cash out. We run like £1 land. It's embarrassing. Have you? Yeah. Look, I understand if people were annoyed. I get if people were annoyed and upset about what's going on right now. I do get it. It does make sense, but yeah, It's mad. Not going to do it. This internet is completely gone. Daryl, you look quality shaven. Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate it, but no one's going to be able to see it because the internet is so hot. My computer. Oh, hang on. We might be back. Don't quote me. We might be back. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Please say we've made a comeback. It would be nice. Are we back? Are we back? Who knows? Who knows? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Why is it so dark in here? Let's get this. There we go. There we go. Yes! We're up to 440p. Let's go! Come on! We might be HD in a minute. Who knows? But I think we're all right at the moment. I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there slowly. The heat in the fan's starting to work. Getting there slowly. Getting there slowly. There we go. I think we're there. I think we're there. I think we're pretty much there. Oh, the torture. The torture. Jamie, it's not your internet this time. YouTube went down, did it? Did YouTube go down? So all this time, we look like we're back. And action. Let's go. Right. At least we carried on. At least we carried on like the great people that we are around here. Some people might have finished. Some people might have shut their stream down. We carried on and went audio, and now we're back. The clean-shaven Jamie. We're back in the house. That's take 20. Let's go. Big up to everyone in the house. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for persisting with me there. Persisting with me. But yeah, we're talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk, especially Virgil. You know, he's the one who pretty much mentioned it in his interview after the friendly yesterday that he hasn't had a contract renewal yet. No talks. No talks is the one that worries me. No talks is the bit that worries me. I mean, them talks have got to happen. Them talks have got to happen soon, man. Them talks have got to happen soon. Big up, Sean. Them talks have got to happen soon. I need Virgil to sign. I need Trent to sign. I need Salah to sign. I was worried about Salah. I thought Mo might not be the player he used to be. Then pre-season turned up, and Mo looks like a beast. I ain't gonna lie. He looks fantastic right now. So I don't see why not. You don't give Mo a new contract. Give Virgil a new deal. Give Trent a new deal. Protect them, and protect the football club. This football club are struggling to buy players as it is. We can't afford to let 3 of our best players leave for free. Come on. Let's do our work around here. But again, at this moment in time, I'm not going to blame Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards and anyone else at the club right now. They walked into this mess. They've just got to sort it out, though, ain't they? That's their problem. That's the problem for them. They've got to sort the mess out. They didn't create the mess. The mess was created by people a year or 2 ago that weren't doing their jobs properly. Simple as that. But now they got to fix the mess, and we hope they fix the mess. Maybe they can't sign all 3 up, and you sign only 2 of them up. I'm cool with it. Just sign them bloody up. Just get this job done. I need them signed up. I need them done. And then we can talk about things. I'm hoping talks start pretty soon. I wouldn't be surprised if talks start after the transfer window and we get going. Here's K-Mac here now. I could have done with K-Mac 20 minutes ago, couldn't I? Big up to K-Mac.
I was in the garden, mate.
You was in the garden. I had no Wi-Fi. We went audio mode. It was absolutely diabolical. But apparently YouTube went down. So yeah, there's a problem with
Wow.
YouTube. But we carried on.
It's probably gone down because of all the Liverpool fans, mate, fuming.
Yeah. We've got a poll on we got a poll on YouTube right now. Should I stay clean shaven or not? You know, it's all kicking off. It's all kicking off. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right. It's just so bloody hot, but I'm just so pleased with that performance against Seville. Like, we just bossed them. Like, it's just
I haven't got to that yet. Let's talk about that now. We'll get to the other
players looking saucy.
Yeah, what did everyone in the chat think as well? What did everyone in the chat think of the game yesterday? Because that is something we ain't actually spoke about yet. We've been talking other stuff, but we'll get to. Let's put Virgil and that on the back burner for 1 minute. Just talk about the game we came at. So,
what were you talking about before? What were you talking about before, though?
We'll get to the Virgil and all that bit in a minute. But yeah, let's talk about the game. It's a good point. I ain't spoke about it yet.
I just I may be eating some humble pie on Gravenberch because he looks really good.
It looks better. Really good. He looks better in that deeper position, don't he?
He does, which is crazy because we were all like, "Nah, he's never going to be able to do that." It was kind of, it was like him and McAllister kind of split that position between themselves.
Yeah,
and they just did a really good job. Like Kostas Tsimikas, like, where did this guy come from? Like, he's looking solid. Like, Robbo's going to be looking over his shoulder now. Like, oh, am I actually going to get back in? Like, and end product Diaz. I've seen plenty of end product.
Yeah, no, that was better from Diaz inside the box. But the thing is, though, what you and me have always said about Diaz,
needs to get in the box more.
When he's in the box, he's lethal.
Yeah,
we've always said this. Always get him in the box, and it looks like Slot knows what he's talking about because Diaz is finding himself in the box a lot more, which that's where we need him, man. Gravenberch, like says here, Genie Rain, Gravenberch. There is a lot of similarities between Gravenberch and Genie Wijnaldum if they play this similar role. Genie was more of an attack-minded player. Klopp put him in a deeper role, and he did the job beautifully. There is a lot of similarities there. I know we were talking about, a lot of people were talking about Gravenberch maybe playing further up. I actually think him playing in a deeper role suits him more because he likes to pick the ball up in a deeper area anyway. And likes to play from there. Now, I don't think he should be a 6 or anything like that. He might have to be the number 6 for Liverpool to start against Ipswich on Saturday. But him in that position, if we do get Zubimendi, I wouldn't be shocked if it's like Zubimendi, Gravenberch, McAllister midfield,
Me neither. The interesting thing with Dom is I just think Dom needs to play where there's a bit more space. When he's when he's in a confined area, he just can't pass the ball. Like I'm starting to see that like a lot now. Like the easy passes, like next to him, he doesn't seem to be able to produce, but he can do stuff when he's got more space. He looks really, really threatening, like going forward. I think we just need to keep him where he should be playing more. Like I know, like needs must, and he tried him as the number 6, and he was actually pretty good. Like, to be honest, as the number 6. But I don't want to see him there. Like, I just don't. Like, he gives the ball away too much. Gets caught in possession a lot as well, unfortunately.
Play him next to the DM. Play him
play him next to the DM or play him as a 10. Like, much better.
Yeah, and Sabos, it just, I think. I know he set up the goal for Diaz yesterday, which was great football, by the way, when they, they played through the press, gave it to Alisson. Alisson, everyone worried about Alisson with his feet, by the way. Yeah.
Me too as well, by the way. Yeah, I'll shut up now.
Ping point pass. That layoff, by the way, from Jota, from the pass, the layoff from Jota. None of it works if you ain't got Jota doing that layoff, by the way. And then that passing behind from Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai's in behind. And when Szoboszlai has that space, like you were just mentioning there, K-Mac, that's when he's at his best.
Yeah.
Because if he can get in behind as well, he's got the pace to stay there as well. you're not catching him. And he has got the ability. That's where he thrives.
The thing about that move as well, that's by design now. Like, that's another
Yeah,
routine
done
that
it
we've worked
every
on.
game so
We've
far
done it every
pre-season, haven't
game,
we?
and we've scored like 2 goals off doing it, 3 goals off doing it. So it obviously works. And we do need to give Trent flowers, because like, he had a really, really good game
Yeah.
as a right back, as a traditional right back,
Yeah.
because that's where he played, and he played really well.
Yeah,
And
no inverting. No inverting.
and look at the assist. The assist was from a wide right back position. Like, if he was inverted, he wouldn't have been able to get that assist,
No.
because he wouldn't have been in the right position. Just
Exactly.
saying.
And that's all we've ever wanted from him, man.
It's all we've ever wanted.
Play him in them half spaces on the right hand side. That's where Trent thrives. In them half spaces on the right hand side, because there's no better right back in the world that can deliver them balls in the half spaces in the right hand side of the pitch. So why put him central? It makes no sense. It doesn't work for him. I don't know why we persisted on. Yeah, there's inverting and then there's inverting. Do you know what I mean? And the way we inverted Trent last season, he basically just went and played central midfield. And you limit his game by doing that. In them half spaces on the right side of the pitch, if you got the midfield control that we're probably going to try and have this season, it frees Trent up more. It frees Trent up more. You know, if you're keeping the ball and you're playing that possession football, you can then get Trent running into them half spaces, and it develops opportunities for attacking. Because what I like about K-Mac is that I've noticed in every pre-season game now, we try and bring the opposition team onto us. It's a ploy. That's what we do now. We bring them onto us. We play through the press, and then we're direct. You know, it's not, they come onto us and we just just hoof it.
Well, we've done that
you
before
come into
last
us.
season.
You come onto us. We play through the midfield. If we need to, we'll go back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper will then ping it to a player, and then we go direct in behind. It's a ploy, as you said. We've done it every game so far in pre-season. And look, it's a bit of slot ball. It's a bit of clock ball. It's almost a nice mixture of both, and which
it
is the reason I think we're looking good in pre-season, because it's not a massive upgrade. It's an upgrade, but we're not totally ripped up the rule book of what the players played last year, is it?
Yeah, we're not like throwing 3 at the back, or putting like 5 in midfield, or playing 2 up front. It's 4-3-3 to a degree, which has got the right back more right backy, and it's got the left back more left backy, and none of this inverted stuff, and a lot less long balls. Like, Trent only did 2 long balls yesterday, I think. One of them was brilliant, by the way, to Salah. I can't remember whether that created a big chance. I think it might have. And then obviously, you've got most of the long balls came from the goalkeeper, by the way, in that game.
Yeah,
and they were good. They were good, but they were purposeful long balls. Like, we drew their team onto us, and then went long, and then it was a knockdown from Jota. Jota's done that 3 times, by the way, this pre-season. Won that long ball. God knows how he's won that long ball on their central defender, but he has.
He just goes. He just
appears. and just set them off. Like,
look. We tried to get Darwin Núñez to do link play all last season, and he can't do it. When you got Jota,
I don't think he can do it, by the way, mate. I watched him in the second game.
No, you got Jota.
It's not sticking.
Who's perfect.
He's perfect.
Like, he can link the play. He can run in behind. He's a better goal scorer. His goal yesterday had Robbie Fowler vibes all over it.
Wow.
I know. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say I hate Darwin. Yeah, I don't hate any footballer like that, really. But I think, in all common sense, I think we can mostly all agree here today that Jota is just a better footballer.
Yeah.
That
just a better footballer.
It's just a better footballer, full stop. And he can link it, he can score, he can run in behind. I think he's better at dribbling as well. He can take players on. My only worry about Jota, obviously, in the same worry every single person he has got, and that's just injuries. But I think we just got. I think with Jota, and I think what Slot might do, it's just that he might just play him, and if he gets injured, he gets injured. But you just got to play him. If Jota's available, and we've always said this, if Jota's available, he plays. In my opinion, simple as that. You know, I think Diaz, Jota, Salah starts the season.
I do.
In fact, I think
I
think the team that started the first half against Sevilla is the 11 that plays against Ipswich.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Like I don't think there's any midfielders that are getting anywhere near that. Harvey Elliott potentially for Sociedad, but Sociedad's been heavily involved in all the games with assists. So I know Harvey's got 2 assists in the United game. Like I know that, but I don't know. Like Harvey had a good game in the other game as well. The other game was rubbish. Like I'm starting to really have some doubts about certain individuals in the Liverpool team in those second games.
It was a chance for people like Darwin to actually go, yeah, I'm here. Because I know Darwin's been away. He hasn't played much pre-season football. I get it.
Yeah.
But neither was Jota. And Jota came back in his first pre-season game and just looked on fire. You know, in his first pre-season game, Jota looked on fire. He was creating. He was making a nuisance. He was linking the attacks. He was joining the attack. It was just, yeah. I think Darwin's got a point to prove.
It wasn't a bunch of kids against Las Palmas, by the way.
No, I think
it wasn't. Jones. We had Cleveland Keller in goal, who's not a kid.
Yeah.
Canate,
yeah.
Nat Phillips, not kids.
Yeah.
Bradley's 21, but Bradley's unbelievable.
A first teamer anyway. Yeah.
He was brilliant anyway.
Elliott in midfield.
Robinson, Endo, Elliott, Curtis
Endo
Jones.
Was good, by the way.
Endo was all right. He might get himself a good move.
Yeah, Endo was probably the best midfielder on it yesterday, which is a mad one.
And then obviously starting to worry me.
Curtis Jones. Let's talk about Curtis Jones because I think there's a lot of the fan base are very 50-50 on Curtis Jones, and I can understand it. I get it. I think he is that kind of player where he does split you down. But you and me have been advocate for Curtis Jones all last season. Thought we played better in Curtis Jones in the team. But that was under the old regime. Obviously, we're in a new regime now. And we're playing, a little bit differently. Obviously, Curtis Jones was the first midfielder to come out and said he prefers the slot way of playing, which he went on Redmen TV after and tried to backtrack
I wouldn't mind him playing it, though. I wouldn't mind him playing it, though.
But he's not playing it, is he? He's not. No. He's not playing it right now. And he's still playing the old way. And it's a bit of a worry, Curtis Jones, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. He gets caught in possession a lot, gives the ball away a lot, holds onto the ball too much. Like I really thought he was going to try and get that out of his game. The worry for Curtis Jones for me is you got Trey Ione, and he's going nowhere. Like he's not going on loan. He is going to be a fixture next season on the bench, and for me, he needs to start to get a grip of this way of playing and try and get some of the old way that Klopp's got into him out of his system because Naomi's going nowhere, and he knows when he gets the ball, first thing he's doing is he's looking up and he's looking around. He's not at his feet, looking at his feet and going left and right and then trying to do drag backs and dribbles. Like Curtis was doing what we've been told not to do in training in that game, drag backs and dribbles and the little Cruyff turns. That's not what Slot wants the players to do. He wants the players to stand up and look around them and use their body. And that's what Endo's starting to get better at because he's obviously learning how to play the slot system. And that's what Gravenberch has been doing really well as well. Like our midfielders are now feeling more strength on the ball. Like they need to look up, they need to control the game more. You know, you can't be looking at your feet. You can't just be relying on the guy next to you. And I mean, I did a show before. Like I think there's 15 players that I went through that are possibly all going to leave.
Yeah,
Just no space, and it still leaves us with 30 players for the squad with 3 signings.
I agree. Look, obviously, we need to get these signings out. I think definitely. I think we will get signings. It's just this one at the moment's taking its while. But Curtis Jones, as you said, there is a little bit of a worry there, especially if we do get, a player in. It might be Zubimendi, it might be someone else, but that player we coming in is a player that Slot wants.
He's taking his space.
He's going to play, ain't he? McAllister, look how quick McAllister moves the ball yesterday.
Yeah.
When he's on the half turn, when he's in the space, McAllister's just popping that ball off, constantly. That's what Slot wants. So McAllister's playing. Gravenberch is very good at receiving the ball. I didn't realise it, but he's actually very, very good at receiving the ball. And because of that, you've got to keep him in the team probably. And then Szoboszlai, as you and me have just said,
it's either him or Elliot. It's either him or Elliot.
Yeah, it's either him or Elliot in the 10. And right now, I don't know. I think Szoboszlai is better in them wider areas of the pitch. I really do. I mean, you look at where the goal creation came from yesterday. It's Szoboszlai picking up a wider area of the pitch for the flick on from Jota that he picks up in a wider area, and with his pace, he gets in behind, and he's got a good final ball in him to Diaz for a goal. I feel that's where Szoboszlai, you get the best out of Szoboszlai in them, especially if we're going to play with this, the way we're playing through the press and, letting teams coming on to us. You got to let someone like Szoboszlai get more freedom to do what Szoboszlai wants to do. So at this moment in time,
you want him in space on the halfway line. You want him in space on the halfway line to be able to just bomb forward. I mean, he's a really fast player, really skillful, really good close control. He's just not great at passing short distances. He's probably just not used to it. Like, he's not a central midfielder. He's really not.
No, he wants to be on the end of
I don't think he's got any better. Yeah, I don't think he's got any better at that position. So give him a bit of room, give him a bit of space in the 10, and he floats left, he can float right, he can float left. He spent a lot of time floating right, by the way, in the game against Seville, and obviously Salah was like right on the touchline. Like, Salah was unbelievable. Like, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna love all the people backtracking when Salah gets 30 plus goals this season.
Yeah. So guys, in the chat.
No, I didn't really want him to leave. I didn't really want him to. I didn't want to sell him. No, that wasn't me.
The guys in the chat, I have just gifted out, because you guys in the chat have been amazing the last few days. I've just gifted out 5 memberships. So pick them up, guys. I've personally just done it myself. I've picked it up, personally just given out 5 memberships. When the season starts, I'm going to start membership videos. I know I don't really do membership videos, but I'm going to start doing membership videos when the season starts. So, guys, make sure you're looking out for that when the season starts. They're going to be all football related. I'm going to keep it football related. So, yeah, make sure you look out for that. And that's a big thank you to me. For you guys, been fantastic in the last few days. The channel's doing really well, loads of likes and stuff like that. New people subscribe. So just a thank you to me, to you guys. Big up to you guys. Much love. Sorry, K-Mac, I cut you off there, man. What were you saying again?
No, spread the love. Spread the love, mate. Cool. That's interesting. Someone's just put a couple of bits in there from Joyce about Zubimendi. Did you talk about Zubimendi earlier?
Yeah, we can come back to him though.
Have you talked about have you talked about us offering £150,000 contract? Triple your pay?
No, I haven't yet. I big up Santino. Look, I big up Santino as well, gifting that 5 memberships as well. And this is a beautiful day. Big up, my friend. Much love to you, man. Much love to you. And guys, don't forget, go and subscribe to K-Mac. I'll be watching K-Mac's videos the last couple of days. We put it live on the channel actually when at the end of his last video, get everyone over. We had you simultaneously live with me for a little bit. K-Mac's numbers and views are going right up now. I noticed that the last couple of days. He's doing some good stuff over there as well. So it's paying off. So make sure you go and subscribe to him. Get into 500 subs. Let's get into 500. one of the mods, if you could put his channel in the link link of his channel in the chat, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, big up to everyone in the chat, man. You're all great people. All great people. But yeah, go on, Zubimendi.
Yeah, so Demundo reported that we've offered a triple your pay deal to him, and we've also got permission by Real Sociedad now to discuss contract talks, because that wasn't something that we'd done directly to the club. So it does look like we just got to pay the 51 million release clause, and the way it works is you pay the Spanish league.
Yes,
and it goes into like a brokership, like banking system, and then they release Zubimendi as a free agent, and then Zubimendi pays the club, which is a bit of a weird situation because he becomes a free agent and then Zubimendi pays the club. So so that stuff about Paul Joyce saying that Real Sociedad have said to Zubimendi, you need to pay 51 million, that pretty much means that it's a case of he needs to pay the club, which means we need to pay.
Yeah, it's weird in Spain. So the players have to trigger their own release clause. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The players have to trigger their own release clause, which is just the way it works in Spain. It's apparently to protect their players all getting stolen from Real Madrid and Barcelona. That's basically what it is. But yeah, now we're just waiting on Zubimendi, man. We're just literally waiting on him. Look, if that Slot's first transfer signing, and we said this about contracts earlier, if Slot's first transfer signing is Martin Zubimendi, it gives a big. Virgil, Trent, and Salah will look at that and go, that's the talent we're looking at. Okay, that's the talent we're looking at, and we're happy. Pre-season's been great so far. Everything looks good. Let's put pen to paper. Let's put pen to paper. But obviously, we have to buy players. But I understand everyone's worry about the free players that are obviously only got 10 months off their deal. And I said this earlier. You can't blame the new regime for it. They inherited it. They didn't create it. In my opinion, George Schmack last season as sporting director should have had something done. He should have got someone's pen to paper. He was our sporting director last year. He should have done his job.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He got players in. Yeah, well done. But he also ignored the fact.
I could have got those players in. They had release clauses.
Exactly. And
didn't you do like a video where you just like picked up your photo?
Yeah.
Here's me doing George Smacks.
Yeah, that's it. We just he let them three players go. There's no way George Schmack did not know that Trent, Virgil, and they only had a year left in their deal next season. Yeah. Sailing close to the wind, and we never did anything. And then that's criminal, if you ask me. It's criminal. And then the new regime come in, and they've got to fix the mess. They didn't create the mess, but they got to fix it. So now all eyes are on them, which is probably not fair to them because they're the new guys. But they got to fix the mess, ain't they? Came back, and obviously people will go. If these three guys leave for free, everyone's going to blame Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards, yeah. But they're there. They have to fix it. They've come in and like, what's this shit? What happened here? Why has this happened? It's a mad one.
It's a crazy one as well, because do you actually think they would have known before they started? so when Edwards was obviously hiring Hughes, he was like, yeah, I really want you, mate. By the way, Salah, Virgil, and Trent are all going into the last year of the contracts. Hughes must have been like, what? And we still don't have any coaches or a manager, because he had to get all them as well. Remember, he had to get all of the coaches, the manager or the coach, the head coach, all the actual coaches, and then he was obviously told about those three contracts, and he was also losing Thiago and Matip on freeze. Like, they were just leaving. So it's like there was a lot to get sorted by the looks of it. Like, I think there was far more than we understand. But I do think the Trent thing will happen in the next week or two. I do. Like I think it's all about the Adidas deal now. Maybe there's some image rights in there or something. But I do think the Trent thing will get sorted soon. Trent looked really happy, by the way. Like, just, looked great. I hope he's not injured. I haven't heard anything about an injury because he got a bit of a kick, didn't he?
Yeah, he's
But
all right. He's all right.
that's
Yeah,
great.
he's all right. I mean, I've heard Barcelona are in for Trent. I literally think the only
What are they
club
going to
Trent
pay him
needs
with?
yeah,
What wages are they going to pay him with?
I literally think the only club that Trent leaves Liverpool for is Real Madrid. And that's it.
Yeah, me too.
If the Madrid stuff is serious, I believe. I think there's no way Madrid ain't looking at Trent's situation. Of course they are.
No.
That's the only club. I don't see him going anywhere else. I really don't. So that's why I'm not too concerned right now. Guys, I just want to read this little thread out to you. It's by Mo Chatra. Obviously, everyone knows Mo. He's a finance expert. He's been on Coppish. He's been on Grizzly's channel. He knows what he's talking about, right? And a finance sort of thing. So, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read this thread out to you guys regarding the Zubimendi stuff and what it means. So, this is what Mo Chatra says. He says, so I spoke last week with someone involved in Spanish football. He told me that though buyout clauses are part of all contracts in Spanish and Portuguese football, as it's part of the employment law, in reality, a buyout clauses are very rarely exercised. The reason for this is because Spain's tax authorities can treat any funds transferred by Liverpool to Zubimendi, even if for a few hours, as income, and this would be liable to 40% tax charge. So 51.5 million could increase to 75.7 million. In reality, the buying and selling clubs agree on a payment of the transfer fee by installments. The selling club, when the sale is made official, still often announce that the buyout clause has been activated. My interpretation of Paul Joyce's latest update is that Real Sociedad and Liverpool have now reached an agreement on the fee and its structure. And if/when the transition goes ahead, Real Sociedad will say that Zubimendi triggered the clause to save face with their fans. After the embarrassment of the Sociedad situation from a year ago, Liverpool would not have briefed Paul Joyce, David Ornstein, etc. about the story last week if the player is not fully committed to joining Liverpool. This doesn't mean the deal is done, but it looks like to me the last few days have spent negotiating a fee, as some reports have already suggested, and an agreement has been reached. Now it's down to the PR spin to play out in the next few days. End of thread. So that is basically what Mo Chatra is saying. Mo Chatra, again, he's a financial expert. He's been on plenty of Liverpool channels talking about the financial aspect of things.
He's been on Anfield Index. He's really good.
Yeah,
he's on Anfield. He does most money talks. It's really good.
This is what he knows. So, like, for people that want to read it again, what I do, look, I'll put it up on here a minute. Let me
actually, so it's really. I'll talk while you're doing that. So it's really interesting because I actually said that quite a while ago, that I believe that we're going to pay more for the player, but we're going to pay in installments. Yeah, and that makes sense to what Mo's saying. And what also makes sense, by the way, is all of the spin that came out in Real Sociedad are doing everything to keep the player, charm offensive, the owner's flying to see him, he's being offered all of those things are all things to keep their fans happy, to go, oh, look, we're trying everything to keep him, but actually they've already sold him.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Again, it's all here. You guys can read it.
Clever.
You guys can read it for yourself. So Mo Chatra, he does know what he's talking about, as we said. So as I said, I spoke to him last week. And this is the bit. The reason for this is because Spain's tax authorities can treat any funds transferred by Liverpool to Zubi, even for a few hours, as income. and this would be liable for 47% tax charge. So the 51 million would automatically increase into 75 million, which is mad. In reality, the buying and selling clubs agree on a payment of the transfer fee by instalments. The selling club, when the sale is made official, still often announce that the buyout clause has been activated. And he says, my interpretation of Paul's latest update is that Real Sociedad and Liverpool have now reached an agreement on the fee and its structure. And if/when the transaction goes ahead, Real will say Zubi triggered the clause to save face with the fans. So it's all up there, guys.
Makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense. And the bit as well where he talks about the embarrassment of Caicedo last summer, which is a year ago today, I do believe.
But it'd be good if that gets announced today, innit?
Yeah. There's no way the club would acknowledge Ornstein and Paul Joyce, the two biggest journalists around that spread this information, that if something weren't in order, especially what happened a year ago, Caicedo, they're not going to be that stupid. So, yeah.
Like I said,
Chan says that's not correct. There is no tax implication. Mo said he got this from a Spanish expert that he knows, so that's what he's going from. I don't know. I ain't got a clue how the Spanish. All it tells me is that it's very difficult to buy players from Spain. This is all it tells me. Look how long it's taken Arsenal to buy. Is it Merino from Spain?
Merino, yeah.
From Sociedad. It's taken. Faisal's saying there is a tax in Spain. 51 million plus tax. Yeah.
Nobody really buys players from Spain. That's probably the reason why. Rodri cost them a fortune. Rodri cost them a fortune.
Didn't Rodri cost like 60 million plus the taxes or something like that?
Yeah, a lot. He cost a lot, 60 million plus, yeah.
Yeah, it's no, I'm the Spanish expert. Hence why we sold Carvalho and Clark and Vandenberg. Makes sense. It all lines up. It all lines up. It all sort of makes sense, yeah. But I've retweeted that on my Twitter, guys. So if you do follow me on Twitter, you'll see I've retweeted that, so you can have a read for it for yourself, guys. But yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting one.
There you go.
Centeno, I think he's Spanish himself. Absolutely, there is a tax. Spain made it nearly impossible to buy from them. Germany and Italy made it easier. Big up, Centeno.
Do you think? Look, I don't know whether
this is true. Remember the Aldel from PSG
mental,
bought name of Barcelona. This is the thing. It's so hard to buy players from Spain. Melissa already said the same thing about tax as well, Jamie. There we go. Look. So maybe let's just chill. It looks like this might happen. Right, if this is happening, hopefully, by the thumbnail, as you've seen, he'll be out of prison soon and he'll be wearing a Liverpool red shirt. Let's just not worry about it. But let's talk players Liverpool have sold. Let's talk Liverpool players that Liverpool are selling. Let's start with Bobby Clark. Liverpool knocking back deal offer after offer, but now it looks like, according to Paul Joyce, they might be considering a 10.5 million offer from Leipzig. I believe it's got like clauses on top of it as well. It could take it to like 14 million quid. K-Mac, I've had arguments with people on this. I believe Bobby Clark is still a youth team player, an academy player. And we're selling an academy player for 10 million quid.
Okay,
isn't that good business?
Look. If you watch me last season, you know I'm a massive Bobby Clark fan.
Yeah.
But he's ninth choice. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to get 14.5 million quid for a ninth choice midfielder that is very rarely ever going to play for us, to be fair, as much as I rate him, that you paid 1.5 million quid for, it's just good business. It's given the kid a chance as well to make it somewhere else. Because this is what we have to. This is also what we have to think about as well. And this is what I think about as well. Is I understand keeping players because you want to keep them, you're stopping players from having a career. Like, we all sit here and say, oh, Nat Phillips needs to go. He needs to play. So does Bobby Clark then. So does Tyler Morton. So does Fabio Carvalho. So does Sepp van der Berg. Like, these guys need to go and play and have a career. Owen Beck need to go and play and have a career. Like, they're going to play, what, 5 games? Maybe even less next season for us? Like, is that fair when you could make nearly 100 million off selling all of them? And what does 100 million get you? Get you a world-class player.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to think about it like that. And we'll put another big sell-on clause on top of Bobby Clark. We've already put a 17.5% one on Carvalho. If Carvalho makes it, then we'll get another 10 million in 2 years' time. You know, we've just got 10 million from Dominic Solanke that we sold in 2019. That's how you do good business. That's how you do good business.
Let's face it, who'd have thought you'd have ever got that back in 2019?
No way.
You know, he's almost gone for 70 million, by the way. Look,
he scored like one goal for us, mate. He scored one goal for us, and it was his last game.
And this is the thing as well we got to look at, and I think this is the important thing. With Bobby Clark, the midfield area is the busiest area in that team, yeah, and it's always going to be. And the way Slot wants to play under his management, I think we're going to even be buying more midfielders in the future as well. You know, the years have gone past where I think we ignored that area of the pitch because the way Slot wants to play, I think we're going to keep buying midfielders. So if you're Slot and you look at it right now, is Bobby Clark going to ever be good enough to go and take a space at Liverpool where Liverpool don't need then buy a player that can upgrade on Bobby Clark? And if the answer is no, unfortunately, then the best thing to do is to let him go, ain't it? And that's the best thing to do, let him go. You know, at this moment in time, if you do get Zubimendi, fingers crossed, Zubimendi, McAllister, Gravenberch is arguably Liverpool's midfield 3 under Slot. You got Szoboszlai can play midfield occasionally and might play on the wing. You got Elliott, you got Jones, you got Stefan Bajcetic,
yeah.
You got Clark is not in front of any of them. And if one gets injured, one of the other names I mentioned will be in before him. And then if a Curtis Jones or a Harvey Elliott or a Stefan Bajcetic are not cutting it in a year's or so time under Slot, I believe he'll let them go. And they'll go and upgrade on them players.
Yeah.
And then you look at someone like Bobby Clark and go, is Bobby Clark an upgrade on any of them players? No. So you then go and it's being ruthless and doing the right thing for the club at the same time and the right thing for the player. You know, you can't keep stocking up on players and loading them year after year after year just in case they make it. You've got to look at it logically, ain't you, Kate?
The thing about it as well, and we have to look at it from a holistic point of view as well. These are the highest. This is the highest amount of money we're going to get for these players because they had good seasons last season. Like Bobby Clark had a good season. Like he had a good cup run and he looked quite good when he came into the Premier League, but he got injured. Okay.
Yeah.
Tyler Morton had a great season for Hull. Carvalho had a great season for Hull. He had a good pre-season for us. It's the highest amount of money you're going to get. Sepp van der Berg had a great season for Mainz, has looked really good pre-season. It's the highest amount of money you're going to get. Like Owen Beck had a good season at Dundee. Highest money you're going to get. Like you have to look at it like this. Like even Keller, like I think Keller's brilliant. Yeah, I'd love to keep him, but he wants to play first team football. And guess what? He should be playing first team football. So sell him, let him have a career. He's 25 now. Like, just do we want to be having this conversation in 3 years' time about Bobby Clark? Going, just sell Bobby Clark. He's 23. He's never played for us. You know what I mean? He's not going to be worth 10 million then.
Yeah,
stocks are high. Spot on. Stocks are high.
I agree. And look, Bobby Clark. Oh, okay, there you go. Bobby Clark. Look, if it weren't for injuries last season, would have Bobby Clark even have played? That's another factor we've got to look into it. And then you're selling an academy. Then you're selling an academy player for 10 million quid with a buyback clause. I mean, it's just good business. No, and we move
Sounds
on.
like sounds like Man City, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what Man City do, ain't it?
Sounds
It's
like what
what
Man City do.
and you know, and it's what Benfica do as well. Benfica are very good at it. And did we just get the guy from Benfica as well? I can't remember his name now. We got the guy from Benfica in behind the scenes as well. So
Pedro. I can't
remember his bloody
Is it
name.
Bento?
Yeah,
Is it Bento?
might be Bento. Yeah, I think so. But
yeah.
So we got people in now who are looking at that behind the scenes, and I think it's always good to have youth players come through your team and make it. And there should be an option, but not every youth player is going to make it in the first team for their football clubs. And if that's the case, farm them out. That's what people do. It might sound horrible, but you can't keep a youth player who's no longer a youth player in your youth setup because he can't make your first team squad. You know, you got to eventually just go, right, off you go. You got to leave, you know.
Yeah.
You know, obviously Connor Bradley and Kwanzaa, them two alone in the last 12 months have made it into the first team squad. That's very rare. It's very rare.
Very rare.
So
the thing about that as well, I will say something on that. They would not have made it into the first team squad if we hadn't got injuries.
Yeah,
they wouldn't have.
And
Matip would have played.
Yeah.
would have played, and Trent would have played.
And they took they took advantage of it.
And Gomez would have played on the right if he hadn't have got the left-sided injuries. So he would have covered for Trent.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Bradley got his chance. And I get that. I get that players get their chances. But now we've got a bigger squad. Those chances aren't going to be there for them. They're just not. Like, unfortunately, you know, Zubimendi's going to be there. So that's another midfielder in, which means that Curtis Jones is now going to be the player that takes up the spot for someone who gets injured.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And if someone gets injured again, then it'll be Stefan Vesetic. So then you're going to wait until they get injured. So that's what, 4 or 5 players in the midfield that aren't going to be able to play for then the likes of a Morton or the likes of an Endo or the likes of a Bobby Clark to get a chance. It's just not going to happen. So 10.5 million, cha-ching.
Yeah. It makes sense, don't it? And
it does.
And I like you. I like the guy. I like Bobby Clark. He did a bit for Klopp last season.
I like all of them, by the way.
I'm going to say right now, none of these go, Bob. None of these go if Jurgen Klopp's still here, by the way.
No, keep them.
None of these go. None of them go, and that's not a bad thing on.
We also haven't mentioned Trey Naoni.
He's staying, man. He's not going.
He's now going to be up on the pecking order as well.
So he's not going. We could be looking at Trey Naoni as our third academy player that makes the first team squad in the last 12 months, which is great. Which is absolutely fantastic, and he looks at 17, he looks better than Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott at the same age. I don't think Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott looked as good as Trey Naoni at 17. It's
mate, they weren't putting a volley like that in.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's one of the hardest volleys you can do on the half with a player charging you down. Like pop. Did you see Virgil as well? Did you see Virgil? Virgil was like, do a better celebration. He just went like that, didn't he? He just went.
Michael, what are you chatting, man? For British just confirmed it. Check now. Did Michael? What's happening? You're saying about TikTok and profile of verified. Let me know in the chat, Michael, what you're chatting about, because I didn't see.
I'll give you an update. Fabio Carvalho will sign today. Yeah, he's signing a long-term deal at Brentford today. Yeah. So the main part of his medical was completed today. He had like half of his medical yesterday, by the way, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, and that's a good bit of business as well. You know,
it's a good bit of business, and we had to give some money to.
Are we butchering his surname? How do you say his surname? So I thought the Y was an I, so it's Neoni. How do you say it?
How do I say it? Don't ask me, mate. I'm the worst person for saying players' names.
So O-N-I, Oni, N-Y, Ni, Oni. That's how I'd say it. Yeah, Ni. Yeah. Ni Oni. Yeah, Ni Oni. Ni Oni. Yeah.
Someone's wrote the word knee.
Yeah, it's Ni Oni. Ni Oni. Ni Oni. There you go. We were making the I longer. There you go. So it's just Ni Oni. There you go. All right. That's not too bad. It's not like we put it. It's not like I called him Kevin. You know. That's like Neoni. There you go. Neoni. Yeah, look, Carvalho deal's a good one. I'm happy with Carvalho going. He was never really go to make it at Liverpool under the way Slot wants to play, especially when he's Slot basically said he's a left winger. That was never happening. Owen Beck's one. Owen Beck could be going to QPR, K-Mac.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than going to Scotland. Like, he just gets.
Sorry, everyone.
No, I mean, he's a better player. He's a better player than that. Like, he's a better player than that, mate. Hey, look. Eze came from QPR. All right, don't beat me up on that. Like Eze came from QPR. Like, so you know, players can come out of that. Yeah, they can come out of there. Trevor Sinclair did. How good was he?
I love Trevor Sinclair. I mean, he's a weird person, but a good footballer.
Yeah, he's a really odd person. That's true. That actually, he is a bit of a weirdo.
Nutter. But yeah, it's a footballer. Great. Yeah, I mean, QPR for him, for Owen Beck, I think suits him.
That's fine.
And then Doak leaving now. This has split the fan base. Doak,
not me.
I have no idea why. For me, Doak just plays like a child with pace.
Yeah, I said that on my show earlier.
That's what he does. He just plays like a child with pace.
He looks like every 18-year-old who's fast.
Yeah, he just does that. Just head down and just go. And then when he gets to a dangerous position, on the pitch, he doesn't know what to do.
It's gone. I mean, the ball's taken off him.
Yeah, he goes around people and he goes round people and he takes players on and he's got pace. Go for it, man. But he doesn't know what to do with the ball when it comes to having a shot, passing, crossing, playing the ball back. He hasn't got that in his game yet. It looks like it's still not coming, being in the youth team, in the academy. So maybe he just needs to go out on loan.
I mean, you know why, though? Because he got bloody plonked in the first team. Like, on the first team, and he was doing training with the other players, so that was never coached into him. So look,
this is a good shout.
Yeah, go on.
This is a good shout. Are they thinking about selling Doak because they're higher on Rio? So obviously this Rio kid's coming in. It takes a few weeks for this sort of deal to happen because of his age. And I didn't know about it. You have to go to court to actually do the transfer. Yeah. It's a weird sort of thing because of his age, but this kid's definitely coming in. It's definitely happening. And he looks special. So that might be a shout. They might thinking, yeah, he's already better than Doak, by the way. And he's 15. And he's already better than Doak.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. I just don't see what Doak does. I've never seen him cross a ball, pass a ball, shoot a ball. He runs with his head down and he takes players on. And he can be exciting because it gets people. Every fan likes to see a player take a play on with pace and skill.
Whoa.
Gets you off your feet.
19. He's 19 this year, Doak.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He's 19 years of age.
Doak is ass.
He's 19 and he can't cross a ball. Do you know what I mean? And he's a winger. His main priority. He's a wide player. His main priority is to get past the player and cross it.
The thing about it is, like, when Slot turned up, he must have thought, "Ooh, I've got that speed merchant on the wing. It's going to be good to see him."
And then he tried
him.
He's
just gone. He's just gone. What? Like, what do you do? Like,
hot pass. So it looks like he's going. I don't know if it's a permanent sale or a loan. Don't know what it is with Doak, but
I don't think it matters. Like, I think they're happy to take a sale, but they'll take a loan as well.
Yeah, I mean, let him have a year in the Championship and see how he does playing men's football for a year. See if he improves his game.
Yeah.
The other one is at Vandenberg. So apparently, for Fabrizio saying just now that Liverpool been clear, the club's interest in Seth Vandenberg price tag is 20 million. Liverpool are not accepting 10 to 12 million proposals. So I think if you bid 15 with add-ons, maybe I think you get him. I think that's basically what they're looking at.
There's a couple of big German clubs that want him. Stuttgart want him as well. They're going to have money because they just sold a load of players. It looks like Crystal Palace are looking at one of the Bayer Leverkusen defenders to replace Gahey. So they might take him as like their third choice. We're also looking at Hincapié from Leverkusen, so there might be something in that. Mainz aren't going to get him. PSV aren't going to get him. They haven't got enough money. We're not going to undervalue him. Like, he had a really good season in the Bundesliga, and it looks like he could be a Premier League defender for me. Like, I think he's really good. We're not going to sell for less than 20 million, and I don't think we should. I really don't. Didn't you think it was interesting? Didn't you think it was interesting? Gomez coming on as the left-sided centre back.
Yeah, he's going to play centre back under Slot.
I think he's going to play centre back. I think he's going to play left-sided centre back.
We got 2 left backs and 2 right backs. He doesn't need to play in the full back areas.
Yeah,
he needs to play centre back. Right now, they're all fit. So Trent's the right back. I think Tsimikas is the left back at the moment.
Yeah, me too.
Robbo's got to get his place. In my opinion, Tsimikas has taken the advantage of pre-season, and Tsimikas is the left back for Liverpool right now. Yeah. I think Kanate and Virgil start the season, and then Quanta and Gomez are your other 2 centre backs. Which
I also think Bradley could possibly be the right winger option as well.
He can play further up. I think Bradley's better. I think Bradley's better in that right wing position right now than Doak would be.
Yeah.
And they're similar age. But I literally think right now, if you're going to tell me someone who can play right wing, Doak or Conor Bradley, where Conor Bradley can play right wing, he can play anywhere on the right hand side.
Yeah,
I'd rather play Conor Bradley there because he has got more end product. So that's why maybe Doak could go on loan. He did have that bad injury last year. Liverpool might just feel like go and play big band football. Let's see if you improve. If not, we'll let you go the following year. But yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that. So we've got 2 fullbacks at the moment, 4 fullbacks, 4 centre backs. If I know injuries are the issue, and we all got PTSD about injuries. But if we didn't have PTSD about injuries, we've got enough defenders.
We've got a good squad.
Yeah, we have got enough defenders. I mean, we've got 4 fullbacks and 4 centre backs. So there's definitely enough there. And I don't even think it's a quality issue. I don't think it's quantity over quality. I think there's good quality there.
They're all quality. They're all quality.
I think left back probably have everything. I think if we're looking at anything, left back probably needs sorting before anything else right now. Robbo and Tsimikas, I don't think are long-term answers.
I do feel
but they're all right for short term.
I do feel we should sign someone of the ilk of the right back or the centre back. You know what I mean? Someone who is like really, really quality, really good player. Like, really will move the needle in that position. I mean, Gory just put his name in the chat. First one I can think of. Bastone, all day long.
Yeah, I mean, Bastone is the obvious choice, but
throw all the money. Just throw all the money at them. Who cares?
Good luck. You guys thought it was buying Zubimendi.
Yeah.
Bastone's like, hold my beer on that one. You think
you might need to take him hostage.
That's I love Bastone, by the way. He's absolutely a diamond, but yeah, good luck with that. He's a gettable. Don't get me wrong. Transfer fee and all that, easily gettable, easily attainable. It's just the fact of getting him out of Italy. Yeah, get him out of Italy would be extremely difficult. He's Michael Edwards' favourite though. Michael Edwards loves him. Tried to buy him years ago. So got Sepp Vandenberg's probably leaving. Doak's leaving.
Kate Gordon's going
left.
on loan.
Kate Gordon's gone to Swansea, I believe, on loan. Is it for a year? Yeah. Let's see how he does. Look, I think Kate Gordon would have been sold, but he's been injured for 2 years. Yeah. So it's very hard to sell him.
Buy him, no one wants to buy him.
So I think a loan deal makes sense, but I can't see Kate Gordon coming back.
Try before you buy.
Yeah. So look, Liverpool kind of get rid of a lot of these players.
McConnell's going on loan. That's happening soon. I've heard nothing about Nat Phillips, which is a worry.
I think you know what in Nat
Phillips
to
go.
You know, it's with Nat Phillips. I think the club are looking at Nat Phillips and thinking, look, he's out of contract at the end of the season. They'll just leave the club. We won't renew. Like we renewed his deal. That's why he's still at the club. We renewed his deal. Well,
so why on earth they did that, I do not know.
I think the club are just going to let him.
We renewed his deal, mate, but we didn't do Virgil's.
Yeah,
make that make sense.
But yeah, I think someone like
grand, by the way. So
and that's also the sticking point. Nat's wages are mad. Nat's hit the big time, man. Nat got wages. I don't know how he got them wages because he got them wages when he was not even playing for Liverpool. I don't know what he did, but he's on more wages than Diaz
and Curtis Jones.
It's mad. So letting him go is very hard. I think Nat is your.
I can't get my head around that one now.
I think
that's
true. Yeah, it was renewed as a thank you. I think it was a thank you gift. It was a thank you gift. But unfortunately, that thank you gift means that we can't get rid of him.
I'm sorry, but playing football is your job. Like you don't get a thank you gift because you played football. Like seriously,
that's what it sounds.
I can't get my head around that stuff. That stuff's just crazy. Like I'm sorry, but I think Alisson should get all the money because he scored the bloody header, which got us into the Champions League.
Yeah, I think he's on 70k. Everyone's asking.
I think he's on 70k, mate.
He's either on 60k or 70k promo. Let me have a look.
Yeah,
I think it's one of them.
Just like Adrian was. They both got mad wages.
Nathaniel Phillips currently earns £65,000 a week, which is 3.3 million a year. He earns £65,000 a week.
We have turned down 4 million for him, by the way.
Yeah.
From Turkey, but I just don't think he wants to go to Turkey, by the way.
65 grand a week. 65 grand a week. That might not sound like a lot of money, but Diaz is on 55 grand a week. Jota's on 90 grand a week. Let's put that in comparison. So
I think Keller's on 20.
Yeah, so I think Curtis Jones on 50. You know, it's no one. That's why it's hard to buy him because Nat Phillips, if you think about it, the clubs that have looked to buy Nat Phillips are not going to be able to afford to pay 65 grand a week for him. You know, Celtic, he went on loan, he had shit time, but if Celtic could go buy him, they won't go put him on 65 grand a week. You know what I mean? It just ain't go happen.
Mac LFC, where the hell did you pull that one from? That is insane.
What's that? He's better than Diaz.
You obviously can't put it on the chat, by the way. You can't put it up.
Where is it?
Wow.
Where Mac? Where did
Mac LFC? He's your mod. He's one of your mods. Don't read it out loud.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That is
wow, okay, Mac.
That is the comment of the week.
Mac. Jesus.
Wow. That is amazing. Okay, that's made my eyes water.
Yeah, big up, Mac. That was a great line. I ain't gonna lie. Great line.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that won't
So
be brought up in the show.
The teams that are trying to buy, Nat Phillips are teams that aren't going to be able to afford to pay him 65 grand a week.
No, they're not.
You know, so that's why he's not gone anywhere. That's why he's not gone anywhere.
It's unfortunate as well because he had 2 bad loans. Like he didn't have a good loan in Scotland, and he didn't have a good loan in the Championship.
Yeah.
So he's kind of
stuck.
Yeah.
So Liverpool can't do it. What can we do right now? So I think we just have
Germany.
That's why he got his big wage, because he had a good year in Germany.
Yeah, he did.
That's why he got the wage he got, because he had a good year in Germany. So everyone thought, Liverpool thought, maybe we should keep him and protect him, and they gave him a good contract. But that's bit us in the backside, because now we can't actually let him release him. So he's in his last 10 months of his contract. He would just go.
Yeah, he can just walk.
There's no doubt about that. But any first team sells, do you think there's any surprise transfer sale between now and the 1st of September?
Yeah.
Oh, he does. K-Mac does. I knew he would. Go on. Who's your surprise?
You were lining this one up, weren't you? I do. Look, I've got no proof on this, by the way. There's no secret person on my WhatsApp telling me or anything. Okay. I do feel like Canate will be a last-minute sell at the end of the window. I feel if a big bid comes in, I think he'll go. I don't think Slot rates him one bit. He's been bombed out. And if you watch that game, which was a terrible game, by the way, against Las Palmas, it just was. Every single water break, Canate was getting balled up by Slot on his own. And I'm watching that going, that's really not good, mate. And your body language looks terrible. It doesn't look good for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting, man.
It is a random one, Karam. I know it's a random one.
Liverpool would obviously have to have a centre back lined up if that was the case.
He turns like a ship. He was, though. Literally, Slot was doing this to him. He was showing him how to turn.
Big up, man. So anyone who's new about the Zubi news, so there's a thread that's been put up. Let me read this thread one more time. I'll read this thread one more time, and then for everyone who's just come in. So if anyone knows who Mo Chatra is a finance expert. He's been on Anfield Index, Coppish, Grizzly's channel. Been on a lot of Liverpool-based stuff. Talks a lot about finances. He knows a lot about it. So I'll read you this stuff one more time, guys. So this is what he says in his thread today on Twitter. He says, I spoke last week with someone involved in Spanish football. Got to remember this. He spoke with someone involved in Spanish football. He told me, though buyout clauses are part of all contracts in Spanish and Portuguese football, as it is part of employment law, in reality, buyout clauses are very rarely exercised. The reason for this is because Spanish tax authorities can treat any funds transferred by Liverpool to Zubi, even if in a few hours, as income. And this would be liable as 47% tax charge. So 51.5 million could increase to 75.7 million. In reality, the buying and selling clubs agree on a payment of transfer fee by installments. The selling club and the sale is made official, still often announced that the buyout clause has been activated. My interpretation of Paul Joyce's latest update is that Real Sociedad and Liverpool have now reached an agreement on the fee and its structure. And if/when the transaction goes ahead, Real will say that Zubimendi triggered the clause to save face with the fans. After the embarrassment of the Sociedad situation from a year ago, Liverpool wouldn't have briefed Oystein and Paul Joyce, etc., about the story last week if the player was not fully committed to joining Liverpool. This doesn't mean the deal is done, but it looks like to me, and the last few days was spent negotiating the fee, as some reports have also suggested. And an agreement has been reached. Now it's down to the PR spin to play out in the next few days. There you go. So anyone who hasn't heard, that's what it basically comes down to right now. So yeah, it's just that Real Sociedad is going to play it out for good PR for the next couple of days, and then we might get the here we go from Fabrizio and Paul Joyce and stuff like that the deal's on. Yeah, definitely. So that's the situation there, guys. Anyone who's just turned up. Edward says, I don't mind if we do, but we need a replacement on this, on the Canate stuff. Yeah. No, I don't think Diaz is going anywhere now. And here's my thing with Diaz. So this should be fun. So everyone knows my opinion on Luis Diaz. If I see this Luis Diaz that I've seen in pre-season, then all next season, then I'm absolutely fine with it. I want to see this Luis Diaz. I want to see this more ruthless Luis Diaz. Give me this more ruthless Luis Diaz, and we got a player. That's what we want. We want this more ruthless Luis Diaz. Amir came out and said this all last season. Get Luis Diaz in the box, and he's a totally different player. He's a totally different animal. And that's what looked like Slot was trying 100%. To do in his first pre-season game. Thanks for reading that. Yeah, big up.
Leeds have put a bid in for Owen back on loan.
Have they? That'd be a great deal.
That's a much better loan. That's a much better loan.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That's a much better loan. Yeah,
I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on West Ham. They could sell someone, but yeah, so West Ham have done a bit of a madness this transfer window. But the way they're set, what they're doing, it looks like they're trying to beef up their squad before they let a certain person leave. Yeah, I think if someone comes for a big deal, I think what West Ham are doing, and it's clever by West Ham, big up West Ham doing it, they're improving their squad, they're beefing it up, and if they get a last-minute deadline day transfer for Kudos, it'd be easier for them to let them go because they've already beefed up their squad. So, that could happen as well. It's one to keep our eyes open on. Big up Centino. I think Canate goes the other way in Seville and Bastoni, and he happy by. Ooh. Other way in Silva, Bastoni, and Incapi. Is that Antonio Silva? Is it?
Yeah, Antonio Silva.
Yeah. Bastoni. I'd love Bastoni, but I just don't see it. I just think the other two I can see. Oh, came out coughing up a lung.
Sorry. I lost my breath then when I seen those two in the same same sentence.
Literally took his breath away.
He took my breath away. I don't know. I think the Silva one. I think he's too young and he's too expensive. He's only 20. We're not going to spend that money on a 20-year-old. But Bastoni and Hincapié, yeah.
Hincapié makes sense. He plays centre back, left back, don't he? So it definitely makes sense to me. I would easily get Kudos to sell and sell Salah. Whoa! No. Midnight Beats. I love you, my friend, but
not selling Salah.
Keep Salah and buy Kudos. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that, my friend. That's good. Could be the next player for Liverpool. Look, I'm hearing you. I know what you go. I know where you're going with it, but let's keep Mo and bring in Kudos as well. Let's have both. Let's have both.
We need backup for Mo. Kudos is perfect for that.
Kudos and Salah on that right side. Diaz and Gakpo on the other side.
You have to think about it like this though as well. We're a challenging Premier League team. Yeah, we're in the Champions League. West Ham aren't. They're just not. So Kudos comes to us and he does play backup. Like that's just the way it works. The food chain works in ways. Like he doesn't come in as a starter when you've got Salah, but he will know, well, Salah's 31 and Salah's got 1 year left on his contract. Salah might just leave on a free next year. Kudos is done a year behind him. Oh man, don't even get me talking about Kudus. Like, don't. You'll break my heart. You'll break my heart. Don't do it.
Let's get Kudos in, man. That'll be different gravy.
Tim Steeden, though. Tim Steeden is a sick director of football.
Yeah, he's doing a good job over at West
Did you see him on the plane with the German international striker who's going to score bags of goals, by the way? Yeah, when he's just sat on the plane, and I'm just like, mate, you are cold. Like, he was the director of football we should have got instead of George Smacked.
Yeah, I know.
He was the guy we should have got instead of George Smacked, but we didn't. Everyone's losing their breath. Yeah.
Yeah, I just swallowed my own spit there. Just swallowed my own spit.
Kudos.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't usually do this on there. Oh,
I'll tell you what though. The Pedro thing's funny. Pedro Neto thing.
52 million with Chelsea.
He's played 133 games in the Premier League. Guess how many goals he scored?
4.
11.
Yeah.
63 million. The guy got 1 assist last year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just sorry. Like, made of quavers, doesn't produce enough. Right?
Yeah.
Can't believe everyone wanted him at Liverpool. I'm like, what?
He is the next big thing, I think. He is the next big thing, like, on everyone's mind. So Neto, he's more of a touchline winger, I would say. That dribbling pass, touchline winger. But even if you're a touchline winger, he's probably got to create a little bit more. But I suppose with Neto, injuries have been his issue. I don't know what a fully fit Neto can do. I don't think anyone does. So that's the problem. Can Chelsea get a fully fit Neto? And if a fully fit Neto cooks, then I suppose he looks a good player. But as you
Chelsea
say,
Chelsea do break a lot of players, mate.
Yeah.
Like their right side and left side last season. Like Reece James injured all the time. He's now injured again. And then you've got the England international, which I can't remember his name, Chilwell. He was injured loads. They break players on the wings. Right.
Let's talk about. I just want to
Madueke was injured a lot as well. So was Nkunku. Sorry,
yeah. Let's talk about one player before we leave. We haven't really spoke about his play yet, but Cody Gakpo.
Would have liked to have seen him, against Seville.
Is anyone a little concerned?
No.
I think Diaz is a starting left winger. There's no doubt about that. But is anyone concerned about Gakpo? Not for his goals and his directness and the way he plays. I think he'll score goals if he plays. Is anyone worried about how much he gets involved in a 90-minute game? Like that part of his game under slot. Like, is he going to be involved enough? He's the one player. I know Liverpool are looking, if Diaz wants to go, they won't stop him. They'll let him leave. Then we'd have to buy a left winger to replace Diaz, obviously. But yeah, I just worry about Cody. Does he ghost too many games, K-Mac? Are you a little bit worried about his ghosting in games sometimes? Because he does score goals. He will get involved. Or do you still see Gakpo as, even under Klopp, where he's a versatile winger and plays in multiple attacking positions, does Slot still see him like that as well?
So just a nuance about Slot is Slot changes his wingers in games. So he does play predominantly 2 of his subs are to replace his wingers in games. He does that. So he will replace Salah or he will replace Diaz in games. So I think Cody's fine. I think he'll get games. Cool. I think he'll probably produce quite a lot in the cups and in the other games. The Champions League, like he had a pretty good goal record in the cups and the Europa League last season, didn't he? I think he'll be fine. He's also really versatile, so he can play everywhere. But I don't want him to do that, by the way. But if you think about the switch on the right-hand side, say if we don't buy another right-sided player to back up Salah, then there might be a chance that Diaz plays there a bit, which means that Gakpo does play as your left-sided player. The thing about it as well, if we go through in every competition this year I think there's 67 games, maybe 66 games in
It's
total.
a lot of games because
That's a lot of games.
Massive, isn't it? Yeah.
Gapco play loads, and
yeah,
he's an impact player as well. By the way, he comes off the bench and does pretty well. Majority, like.
Yeah, I'm not worried about. I think Cody will score goals and create goals this season. There's no worries. I'm just worried about he ghosts in games sometimes, but I just.
But that could be the system.
Him. Yeah,
that could be the system, the previous system. I think we'll see. We'll see. He's only had one game, and let's be honest, like, I mean, he was probably one of our best forwards in that game against Las Palmas.
Yeah,
he never really got the ball that much. Never really got the ball. I would have loved to have seen him play against Seville because he could have scored 2 goals. Like he might have been in those positions that Diaz was in. You just don't know.
Yeah.
And then we could be talking about, well, Gapco's great. Oh, we worry about Diaz because Diaz could have been in the other game. You know what I mean? It's all about.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. But guys, it's been a great show. I do apologise for the lack of video quality earlier on when the internet decided to crash and YouTube crashed and there was all issues everywhere. But we finished it off nicely. Guys, I do appreciate you being out. Again, I've got a meeting at 6 p.m. tonight. And after that meeting, I'll have some news for everyone on the channel. So I might do a video giving you a channel update later this evening. If not, the channel update will be tomorrow. But the meeting, and nothing bad, by the way, guys. In fact, it only improves the channel. So it's only going to make the channel better and make my life better in certain aspects as well. So, yeah, that meeting's at 6 o'clock today. So if that goes good, I'll have a channel update for you either tonight or tomorrow. Google went down. Is that what they're saying? But yeah, big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me in KMAC. Don't forget to go and subscribe to KMAC, getting 500 subs. And we're not far away from 6K now. I think we're like 30 odd behind. So hit that share, subscribe.
If you haven't subbed, please sub. Let's get that to 6K. Come on.
Very, very, very close to 6K.
Thanks for everyone who subbed today as well on my channel. Appreciate it.
Big up, you beautiful people. And thank you very much to Centano, Gangan. Oh, I didn't read Gangan Deep super chat. Big up Gangan Deep. I didn't see your super chat there, man. It just appeared. And he said this earlier. Sorry, Gangan Deep. I did not see it. He said Liverpool must sign Zubimendi. If we don't, anyone we sign now will be a panic. 18 days left of the window. Any alternative will go to clubs will change 10 to 15 million premium. So move on ASAP to other targets, says Gangan Deep. I think Gangan Deep might have brought this in before we read the situation. So big up Gangan Deep. I literally, StreamYard never told me your thing was there to it, like just a flickered on now. So big up to you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, DJ Brains as well, Centino and Gangan Deep, of course. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Be back soon. And if news breaks, we'll be back. Bye-bye.